Hi, Nara here again with Fathom Realty. I am the Lorton real estate agent, and today I'm interviewing Angela. Angela is our neighbor. She lives right here in Lorton, and her office is actually also in Lorton, right here in Lorton Station. So Angela, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
My name is Angela Thanyachareon, and I am an immigration attorney here in Lorton Station, Virginia.
Okay, so when you say immigration attorney, can you elaborate? What do you deal with? What cases do you specialize in? Green cards or what? Working?
Yeah, so there are different areas in immigration law. There are the court proceedings with Department of Justice. I do a little bit of that. There's business immigration law. I do not do business immigration law. And there's family immigration law, where you have a sponsor for a green card or maybe a student visa or a tourist visa or asylum case, those type of cases.
Okay, that's good to know. And what about investment green card? Do you know anything about that?
No, that's the business side.
That's the business side. Okay, so
Yes.
when you look for an immigration attorney, you would want to look specifically for an attorney that does specifically business or
Yes.
family or, okay, gotcha.
That's what they tell us. I am a member of American Immigration Lawyers Association, and they tell us to either pick a lane, pick the business lane, the family immigration lane, or the deportation proceedings lane. So I go to court for deportation proceedings if it's incident to the family immigration case that I have.
Okay.
Maybe they want to sponsor a loved one for a green card, but maybe that person is already in court.
Right. Okay, all right. Well, that's good to know. And Angela is right here in Lorton. So you guys, if you hear anybody who may need services, and I think nowadays probably more people will need attorneys.
And something else unique about me is that I have a three-tier payment system, fee system. I do pro bono, I do low bono, and I do market rate fees. So if the family or the couple are both working and they're doing fine and they're able to pay all of their bills, then I'll charge them full market rate fees. But if it's a person who is a single mom and it's just one job, struggling, that will be a low bono case, which is 50% less than the market rate. And the pro bono is maybe a student or someone who's homeless or someone who was on Medicaid or Medicare or Social Security. I would take that kind of case and they just pay admin fees, which is for copies and mailing and stuff like that. And then I also allow installments.
Well, wonderful. Thank you. That's good to know. This website that we're interviewing you for is a community website, and it's actually about Lorton. So I have to ask, what brought you here? Why did you end up living here and opening an office here?
Well, we were living in San Diego, California, and my husband's job transferred to the Washington, D.C. area, and I was previously stationed at Fort Belvoir, Virginia. I am a disabled U.S. Army veteran, and so is my husband. So we knew about Fairfax County, so we wanted to live in Fairfax County. We wanted to live close to Fort Belvoir, and we remembered Lorton. And we found a realtor. Voila. And she found us a home in like 2 days. And the person that we were staying with was so disappointed that we only stayed the weekend because we moved in that Monday.
That was super fast, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? Now it's even faster. I actually do virtual reality house hunting, but we can talk about it later.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, not even 2 days anymore.
Yeah.
That's why we moved back. We knew about Fairfax County, and when you told us about the schools and gave us an idea of where we should live, we chose Lorton because of your suggestions.
That was a long time ago, right?
Yeah, that was 2008.
My goodness, it's been a while.
10 years.
But so clearly you like it here. You're staying here.
I stayed.
What do you love about Lorton? Is there something you want to talk about?
Yeah, I love that it's in Fairfax Station. I love that it's close to US 1. I love that it is very close to the highway. We have our own exit 163.
Yep.
And I love that I can shop in the area. The library is here. The high school, middle school, grade school, all in
the same cluster?
Yes, and walk walkable.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm hearing a lot. Walk. People love walking in Lorton.
Yes, I love the trails.
Yes.
Oh, when I was in California, all I could think about were the trails that I am going to explore.
And you know that they're interconnected, right?
They are.
What do you call them? County trails. So it's like 8 miles of trail. If you wanted to walk, you can walk here, really.
Yes, or ride your bike.
Yeah.
So we're beginning to do that as well. So I love that I could do everything I need to do in Lorton. I do not need to leave my few miles of radius to go to the store, the post office. I know everyone at the post office, everyone at Shoppers. And if I want a restaurant, I could come to Lorton Station or Lorton Market. I have a lot of choices, and I'm close to home.
Wonderful. And speaking of restaurant, what's the one restaurant that you absolutely love?
I love Tokyo One, the hibachi grill.
Oh, yeah. They do put up a good show.
Yeah, it's not crowded if you go on weekdays. And they do a wonderful show, and the food is good, and it's so much you can take it home for lunch.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
A doggy bag.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, this is great. Would you like to share anything, any piece of information for the people who might be viewing your interview, maybe advice about anything, immigration or anything? I don't even know who would want to.
Well, let's see. As far as Lorton is concerned, I rented for like 5 to 7 years at the house that you found us, and we were ready to buy, and we stayed in the area. We bought in the area. And we've been in our home for about 2 years now. And as far as immigration, it's changing all the time. And we are constantly reading the blogs and our emails and talking to each other with the American Immigration Lawyers Association. And I'm attending dinner meetings to find out what's going on behind the scenes. And they are just backlogged with cases with this new administration. And now there are more and more ICE check-ins. So people are kind of like stuck in between. They're not either in deportation proceedings, which is immigration court, and they're not exactly with USCIS where they could just file their applications there. So a lot of our cases are now that in between with ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. And now we're trying to either get our cases moved to immigration court or to USCIS so we can file
some kind of
applications.
Movement.
Yeah, some type of movement. And so immigration court in Arlington has over 30,000 plus cases.
Wow.
Yeah, so everyone is just backlogged, and so USCIS doesn't want another case, and DOJ, IJ Court doesn't want another case, and ICE, they have just 800 beds for detention. So there's a lot going on right now, and the courts are handling a lot of it, and so it's just a lot of wait and see, but in the meantime, we're just keeping up with the sign of the times, and filing them, and now USCIS is accepting credit cards for application fees, so that's wonderful.
That's good. Yes, that makes it easier a little bit. I'm an immigrant myself, so I went through that a long time ago. But anyway, so this is what I'm getting from this last piece of advice: is if you have to deal with the agency, with that particular agency, you have to have a lot of patience.
Yes.
And you will be way, way, way better off if you have an attorney.
Yeah, and we can be a team and navigate it together.
Yes, it was easy to do it yourself 20 years ago when I did it. But I think now it's probably, I wouldn't even think of it. So, yeah. Well, thank you so much for offering this service right here in Lorton. And the office is actually right here in Lorton Station. You probably, if you drive by on Lorton Station Boulevard, you see the office that says agency, the agency.
Yes.
That's where Angela's office is. So keep her in mind. If you hear anybody who may need an attorney, please, keep Angela in mind. She's been doing this for years now. I know.
Yes.
I keep track. So thank you so much, guys, and I see you next time. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.